So January 1st, we're all getting in shape, right? Oh wait. Oh wait, no, because there's a Friday, there's a weekend after that. So Monday after January 1st, we're getting in shape. I'm gonna go gung ho. How many times have you said that? Or is this the first year that you're gonna attempt to do that thing because you're motivated? You're motivated. But I gotta tell you about motivation. It only gets you so far. It usually gets you to Tuesday. You start on Monday, you get to Tuesday, then Wednesday you're sore, you need that rest day, and then you're like, something comes up, there's whatever. You know what? I'm starting again on Monday, right? I'm gonna get right back into this on Monday. I'm gonna start my diet on Monday. But this weekend I gotta go to that one restaurant. You're gonna keep going through this, guys. And here's what I gotta tell you. If you're a beginner, you're gonna flood these gyms. You're gonna come in there and all the veterans, all the people that are already working out, they don't like it. And here's why. Is because when you guys come in and you join these gyms, you don't know gym etiquette. You don't know that part where you can work in with people and everybody. Don't stand there. Don't get on your cell phone. Don't be everybody talking when there's a machine, especially when it's a busy gym. You got to learn all the gym etiquette. Put your weights back. Make sure, just be kind to people, because we all want you to be on this journey. We all want you to get healthy. Of course we do, but we know that that's motivation. We know that you guys, hey, by Wednesday of the very first week, it calms down, and then the next few Mondays after that, it's the same stuff. Monday, Tuesday, you guys don't make it to Wednesday. But here's what I got to tell you guys. Don't jump in like this. And I'm not telling you to stop you from coming to my gym. I go at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's never busy at 2 o'clock in the morning. But you guys, you have to understand is first of all, don't just jump into a workout that's for somebody that's been doing this for a while. What that's going to do is going to discourage you. You're going to get too sore. You're not going to know how to do things. You're going to use too much weight. I need you to start small. And I need you to learn what discipline is over motivation. And how you're going to do that is you're going to do something every day for 30 days. This is how I'm going to teach you what discipline is. You're going to do something every day for 30 days. Like walk around the block. Go to the gym and walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes. And I want you to do it every day. There's no excuses. There's no problem. And if you can't do it every day, you know what? Do it every day. For the first 30 days, you have a house or you have a place you live or a place you sleep or whatever where you can do, hey, I'm going to do 100 push-ups today. Or I'm going to do 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups. I want you to do that and I want you to commit to it, because you're going to understand. You're going to run into some problems. You're going to run into things in your life, or you're going to be tired, or you're going to be this, or you're going to be that. But if you want to learn discipline is you're going to do it anyways. You're going to and I'm telling you, start small. I want you to start small. You start too big, you're going to get discouraged and you're going to give up again, and you're going to start again next year, or you're going to do, let's do this right. Let's do this right. And when you start your diet on January 1st or whatever, or whenever you decide that you're important enough to start to care about yourself, whenever you start that, I don't want you to do a crazy diet. I just want you to switch your food to all natural diet. I want you to cut out the processed sugars. So I want you to eat all the proteins, all the meats. Red meats are good. Obviously, you guys know your health, if red meat's good or bad for you, diabetes, all those things. You guys got to do your research. I'm just here to help out. And I can tell you, for me, I don't have diabetes or anything like that. That's how I started. Because, hey, I was a big candy guy. I was a big all that stuff. But how I started was I said, all right, I'm going to eat all of these foods, but I'm not going to limit myself. I'm going to eat as much of it as I possibly can. And when you start to focus on stuff like that, you don't even really start to pay attention to the other food. You just try, how do I make these foods taste good? And you got to stay away from sauces with sugars. And see, that's where you decide how important you are. You decide how, the food is for fuel or the food is for fun. That's your decision, right? So what I want you to start with, vegetables, fruits, all natural diet. And I want you to do that for 30 days. And I don't want you to count the calories. I don't want you to count all this stuff, because this is all good for you. This is all good for you. And if you have a sweet tooth, eat fruit. Eat fruit. Your body will get rid of the fruit. If you eat a little too much fruit, your body lets you know, because it knows what that is. It's that processed sugar that'll mess you up. I want you to do that. And I want you to start out small for the first 30 days. And like I said, it's not about killing yourself, not going to the gym. I'm not even talking about that. But if you want to join a gym, get on that treadmill every day, 10 minutes. I'm going to do it every day, 10 minutes, every day, 10 minutes. And just show up. But you have to set a time, because you guys understand life gets in the way. So you have to make it a priority. You have to make it something that, hey, I'm brushing my teeth today. I'm going to do my gym time. I'm going to go walk around the block. I'm going to do my sit-ups. I'm going to do my push-ups every single day for 30 days. And what you're going to learn through those 30 days is what discipline is. You're going to learn on those days that you don't want to do it and you still do it, and you start to rack that up in those wins, and you'll start to feel this self-value come when you start to show up for yourself and you start to keep promises to yourself. Have a wonderful day, guys.